India is set to take on Bangladesh, and it's going to be a highly volatile clash at the AFC Asian Cup qualification round. Stakes are high in this Group C fixture. On one end is India aiming to get rid of their recent poor run with Sunil Chhetri coming out of retirement. And of course, on the other side is Bangladesh, boosted with the presence of Premier League player Hamza Choudhury. But it's more than just a game. The geopolitical tensions between India and Bangladesh is dominating this sporting contest. Since Sheikh Hasina's ouster, the relations between these two nations have not been on steady ground, and the treatment of the Hindu community in Bangladesh has been one huge focal point of friction. And that friction seems to have translated onto the football field as well. We'll of course get into that in just a bit, but first up, how do these two footballing sides look as opponents? What's their head-to-head like? 126th ranked India have faced an 185th ranked Bangladesh on 28 occasions over in the past. India has, of course, emerged as winners in 14 out of those contests. Bangladesh have only managed to win 4. The last victory, in fact, came more than 2 decades ago at the 2003 SAF Championship semi-final. The remaining 10 encounters have resulted in draws. Seems like India is slightly the heavyweight here, of course, going by the rankings as well, though that pays little when it comes down to what happens on the field. But of late, there's been a buzz around the Bangladeshi football side, and it goes by the name Hamza Choudhury, a 27-year-old footballer who's a former England under-21 international, academy product of Leicester City, having played 90 matches for the former Premier League champions, and is currently on loan at Sheffield United, playing in the second tier of English football. So how did Hamza end up featuring for Bangladesh? Well, in 2024, Hamza, who has a mother of Bangladeshi roots, decided to take up the country's passport, and since then, he has been the pride of Bangladesh football. Massive crowd there trying to catch a glimpse and whatever they can of Hamza. But now with Sunil Chhetri reversing his retirement decision, the clash between the two countries is also symbolized by the face-off between these two stars. One, of course, a young star on the rise who's yet to prove his worth on the international stage. And of course, the other, the reason Indian football was resurgent at one point, a legend of the sport. And there's been a spicy press conference even before the players took the field. Here's what Bangladesh skipper Jamal Bhuyan responded to a question comparing Chhetri to Hamza.
You can't compare Sunil Chhetri to Hamza. Sunil has done great things for India, but let's be honest, Hamza is a Premier League player. He is our Messi. Everyone has respect for him.
A player who won the FA Cup, English Super Cup, is, yes, a star, especially in a country that has failed to produce too many sporting heroes. A country where the domestic sporting system hasn't been the best. But you can't ever discount a global icon who scored 95 international goals and is the 4th highest goal scorer, just behind the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And what Jamal is forgetting is football isn't a one-person show. You need a balanced team to win matches and trophies. Sure, a player can always have an impact on the game and an influence in its outcome, but trophies cannot be won on the basis of one player alone. This is the reason why Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't, in his prime, win a World Cup. It took Messi a solid team alongside him to win the 2022 FIFA World Cup. What Jamal's statement has now done is added more fuel to an already fiery contest. He has not only put pressure on Hamza to take Bangladesh across the line against India here, but has also angered his opponents enough to give their neighbours a fitting, resounding response on the field. India, of course, saw a massive boost with Chhetri's arrival against Maldives. They won a game for the first time in 489 days. Surely India would be looking to keep that momentum going, and what might work in the host's favour is, of course, the home support. The tensions between the two countries has led to a lot of anti-Bangladesh sentiment across the country. There were even calls to boycott the India versus Bangladesh men's cricket test series that took place in the country last year. So this is one encounter that will go beyond the football field, and that only means one thing: a high-octane sporting showdown.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.